5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You there?
I am.
See?
Oh.
But I think it got lost in the mix because I have no idea where it's at.
That is
He
so
was
not
banging
true.
with a hammer, everybody. A hammer.
Who is it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And welcome to 3 to Agree podcast.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey. First, before we get started, I would like to introduce Jeannie. Are you laughing at me because I stuttered?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, you're
Go
okay.
on.
You know, I couldn't get out the quite right. But anyway, I would like to introduce Jeannie.
Hello.
So, Jeannie, hello. This is her very first official podcast, even though she's been on a couple of them, maybe, right? A couple?
I've been on a couple. I was a guest. I think one didn't turn out so well because it never got aired. So that one may have not been good, but the other one was
No,
good.
it was. I don't think it was anything to do with being good. It just has something to do with wasn't it Adam? We blamed it on Adam, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. There was background noise.
Yeah, so we just kind of put that as a backup, and we just never used it. But you never know; it might
Now
come
you
out.
don't even know where it is.
It's lost somewhere in my computer, but I'm sure I'll find it somewhere, somehow, someday. But anyway, so I am so happy that we are starting season 5.
I know. Can you believe it? Season 5.
5 seasons. You know what? And we that I know of, we didn't have anybody quit on us fan wise. So that's pretty impressive. Either that or they just stop listening.
They're all
I
still
don't-
listening. They're all still listening because they're excited about season 5.
Oh, that's right. See, that's why we picked her.
And Jeannie, just so you know,
Yes.
our seasons make no sense.
Okay.
So it's not like we do like 8 episodes and then we start a new season, or 20 episodes and we start a new season. Kurt just randomly says, hey, this will be the end of our season. Okay.
Because I run out of things to talk about. So I figured if we start a new season, it's going to make it better, but it doesn't.
It is. This time around,
It
it's
is.
going to make it better. I'm telling
That's
you,
right.
it's
That's
going to
right.
make it better. Season 5 is going to be epic. Even
It's
if
gonna
it's
be-
only 3 shows, it's still going to be epic.
That's right. Third one. We're going to start episode 6.
5 is a good number too. So I think it's just a good omen right there.
There you go. That's
Yes.
right. That's right. So, Jeannie, before we get started, do you mind? I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you mind telling everybody a little bit about you and kind of where you live and what you like to do and you know, whatever else you want to say about you, if you don't mind?
Oh, sure. My elevator speech. So let's see. I currently live in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It is cold and rainy here today. So I might as well live in Indiana with y'all because it
Okay.
is not warm down here at all.
Oh, no.
I currently work from home. I work in the nursing field, and I'm married, which is always interesting and entertaining. And I have 2 children, and they are both girls, 13 and 16, and they are also very, very, very entertaining at this age.
Mhm. Shout out to the girls. Whoop, whoop.
Yep.
Yep.
We are in the process of building a house, and so we're living in 1,100 square feet with 6 animals and 2 kids. So it's crowded and lots of no privacy.
Ah,
So that's pretty much, I think, what I have going on right now.
well, very cool. Now, your animals,
Yes.
you still have boxers, right?
We have 3 boxer dogs and 3 cats. No matter how hard I try to get rid of a cat, another one seems to take its place. So
Oh, They multiply too. Are they all fixed?
Oh, they are. They're all fixed. They
Okay.
just end
Okay.
up here somehow.
They
People
just
bring
st-
them. My sister brought one from Ohio. Even though I
Well, that-
left one in Ohio to be a barn cat, she drove one from Ohio to South Carolina.
That was nice of her.
It was very nice. Very nice.
That's cool. So, I can't remember when you were in South Carolina.
Yes.
Did you have only 2 boxers? Because I only remember 2 boxers.
I may have only had 2 boxers at that time, and then we started fostering for a local rescue.
Okay.
And when you foster, you're supposed to foster them to get adopted. And I accidentally adopted the dog.
That kind of sounds like what I did.
Yeah.
Kurt, I cannot believe how many animals are in your house now.
Well, we do have it's a petting zoo. We're starting to charge.
I believe it.
It is. We the kids just decided to all bring home a dog.
So how many dogs do you have?
Currently in our house, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Did I get
I
that
count
right?
that little beagle puppy.
1, 2 puppies. We got 2 puppies. We got Zach's puppy beagle. We got a lab beagle, a black lab.
A lab beagle.
What?
You said a lab beagle.
Oh, a lab and beagle. So them 2. And then we got Colt, which is a chocolate lab. And then we got Copper, which is an old boxer. And then we got Gus, which is my dog. So yeah. And we have 1 cat. But my oldest son just got a house. So 2 of them dogs are going with him. And my other son, within a year, maybe year and a half, 2 years, he's also planning on moving out. So he's going to take his dog. So we're going to be down to maybe 1 or 2.
Do you still have goats? At one point you had goats.
Forgot about my goats. We do have 2 goats, and we got a crap load of chickens.
That's what I was getting ready to ask. That was my next question, were the chickens.
Yes. If anybody needs any eggs, let me know, because we have plenty of them.
Now Rachel has chickens too.
And
She does?
goats.
And goats.
And a pig. And
I
cows.
don't remember the pig. Is the pig new?
No.
Oh.
I've had her for a really long time. Her name is Peaches.
Oh, okay. I do. I remember Peaches now. Okay.
Yeah. She's cute.
Yes.
Yeah. And this
Yeah,
morning, Adam calls me and he says, "Can you get your coat on, hat on, gloves on, and come out and help me find this cow?" And I'm like, "What?" So we have like all black cows and 1 brown cow, and her name is Rose, and Rose is pregnant. So, and
Wait,
she's
oh,
due, so we knew, okay, she probably had her baby somewhere, and we have to find her because I can't tell you how many times, not a lot, but sometimes a cow will have a baby and then it'll die because something with the birth goes wrong. It's happened twice, probably in the last year and a half. But we found her. She's fine. She had she's a brown cow, but her baby is all black.
There you go.
It's cute.
Oh.
Yeah, Adam got pictures of it. Not good pictures though, but
So you both are really running a petting zoo, literally. I just have, the domesticated cats and dogs, although we're on top of each other. You guys actually do a petting zoo.
Well, the problem with our animals is we have a daughter in the family that gets really, really attached. And these goats was kind of a project that we were trying to do with her because she wanted to be a vet, a farm animal vet. So I came up with this brilliant idea. Well, let's get some goats. That way you can have some time with them. And she did. She has plenty of time with the goats, but then she decided that that's not the career she wanted to take. So now they're just there, but I mean, they're being taken care of and they are pets, but I said, well, let's just get rid of them. Oh no, you can't do that. So now they're just pets.
So I've always wanted to start a business with goats, and it would be the organic way to do lawn care. Like you just bring this herd of goats up to somebody's house and somehow you corral them and they eat the grass, and it would be like a very environmentally friendly, you don't use any gasoline way to trim your lawn.
And you don't even have to feed your goats. This is
That's right.
perfect.
I mean, there would be goat poop everywhere, but
That would be the downfall, but
Yeah.
that could also be considered like a natural fertilizer.
I agree.
I don't think I live on the right coast in order to make that happen, but I do feel like that's a business that could work.
That could work. I mean, goat yoga worked. Why can't that work?
That's
See?
true.
Right.
And by the way, Kurt, like a couple weeks ago, Adam and I were outside doing something, I don't know, and we started hearing like this very loud banging at your house. Like it was like metal on metal is what it sounded like. And I was like, what in the heck is that? You know what it was?
Cletus beating against the side of the pole barn.
He was beating, I guess, at the gate or the pole barn. I don't know. I think it might have been the gate. Is your gate metal?
Yeah, probably was the gate.
I mean, he was ramming that thing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what animal is Cletus?
Cletus, he's a weathered.
Oh,
He's weathered, so which is fixed basically. But our vet said, well, if you fix him, he's going to calm down. Oh no, it did not work.
It's not nice.
He's not. I mean, he's nice, but he's not nice. He can be a jerk when he wants to. I mean, anybody can get in there and pet him, and he'll be fine. But
Well, we've had males here, and every one of them have not been very nice.
yeah. I mean, he doesn't bite or anything.
We
And
just borrow them and we give them back. But I love the females. Oh my gosh, they are like amazing. I love them. You can sit out there and talk to them, and they'll just stare at you like they're actually listening.
yeah.
so
they're-
Cletus might not be a good one to keep in the petting zoo. He might just be one
He's
you look
out.
at from afar.
Yeah. Everybody likes Cletus because he wears a cowboy hat.
And Cletus is pretty cool to look at. Like his eyes are really like blue, right?
Yeah.
Or gray.
These are pretty. Yeah, they're blue.
Blue.
They're blue.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
pretty to look at, but
Yeah. And when he was younger, Justin got an old cowboy hat and cut 2 holes in the side and put it over his horns. And he literally will wear that cowboy hat all day long.
He doesn't eat it? Doesn't try to eat it?
No, he likes to wear it. But lately he hasn't. Well, probably last couple months he hasn't put it on. It's been sitting up on the fence post outside. So I don't know if it's dry rotted or what. But yeah, if not, we got to get him a new one. He likes his cowboy
so you're
hat.
telling me Cletus puts that hat on all by himself?
Oh no, we have to put it.
I'm just kidding. You're like
That you charge
you're like he
extra
hasn't put
for.
it on lately.
That's true. Yeah, we
Ah,
put
that's
it
funny.
on, but yeah. So that's what's happening over in our place, Rachel's place, your place. Well, that's cool. Well, Jeannie, welcome. I know that Rachel and I have been talking about who we can bring on full time, and Beth is going to be with us from time to time, but she basically wants to fill in, when we need someone, or whenever, if there's a topic that interests her or whatever, but we sit down and, well, not, I don't know if you were sitting down. We just talked on the phone. I'm just assuming that Rachel was sitting down because I was sitting down.
Yes, I'm sitting down.
Yeah, and we decided that it'd be nice to bring someone on, and your name came up, and we reached out to Jeannie, and we talked, and it was a good fit, and here we are. So we appreciate you being here, and hopefully this will grow, and we'll get more followers, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I see nothing but positivity in the future. So thanks for being here.
I'm excited to be part of the team. So thank you. Glad my name came up, even if sometimes it comes up for not good things. So this is a good thing.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. No, I can relate. So, Rachel.
Yeah.
I'm going to shift gears, and we're going to go straight to you now.
Okay, we're going to do a Q&A today.
There we go. Q&A. Can you explain to everybody what a Q&A is? Because when first time you said Q&A, I thought it meant something different.
What did you think it meant?
I am not going to share that because we have children that listen to this podcast, and it scared me for a minute.
What?
But maybe I'll tell you, after the podcast. Okay. But I don't want to offend it.
What you would have thought, but
yeah. Okay.
Question and answer. So basically, we asked people to ask us questions. We actually had this. Someone had suggested this to us like a really long time ago. Like, you guys should do a Q&A, and then everybody can get to know you guys and whatever. So, yeah, I went around asking everybody to ask me a question. And we had somebody on Facebook. I asked some on Facebook, but I think someone else did too. Right?
Yes, my bro.
Your bro.
My middle bro.
Yeah. So how we'll do it is I will just go ahead and ask the question, and then we can all three just take turns answering it and like discussing it, I guess. If you have anything to say, I guess, about it.
All right.
Hold on, I gotta find where your quotes. Do you want to do the one that from Facebook first?
Sure.
Okay. I gotta get to them. Okay. So, what is your favorite holiday and why? Who wants to start?
Well, I think Jeannie needs to start.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
my favorite holiday is St. Patrick's Day.
Really? A green beer?
Yes, because it is green beer. And I do have a very fond memory of taking a trip to Chicago. I cannot remember what the trip was for, with my mom. And it was over St. Patrick's Day, and I got to see the river in Chicago, and they dye it green. And I remember that was like the most exciting thing.
That's cool.
I was an adult, and it was still a very exciting thing for me. So
yeah.
Yes, but yes, St. Patrick's Day is my favorite holiday. Green beer.
Okay. Kurt?
Every one of them's my favorite.
I thought you were going to say like your birthday.
Well,
about you.
Usually. But since we're in season 5, I'm going to try to not make it about me.
Okay.
No. Christmas, basically, it's me traveling so much and me, working my butt off all year long and having the opportunity to spend time with family and get in the Christmas spirit and the true meaning of Christmas, that is, it's kind of special. So I kind of like, I've grown very, very fond of Christmas. So that's
nice.
Mine.
All right, Rachel.
So mine
your
is
favorite holiday.
Christmas too. Everybody probably knows that, though. I don't know if you guys do, but everybody around here knows that. I love decorating for Christmas. I love Christmas movies. I love Christmas music. I love everything about Christmas.
So how long have you been playing Christmas music in your car? Like when did you start playing the Christmas music?
93.3 started playing it on November 1st.
Jeez.
I love
That's
it. It just
too
makes
much.
me happy. Like, and all these people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're listening to Christmas music and then watching the movies." And I'm like, you're skipping Thanksgiving." And I'm like, "They don't play Thanksgiving music or they don't play Thanksgiving movies. Otherwise, I would."
Yeah, you know what? And that, see, and that's the difference about me when it comes to Christmas is I just can't take Christmas music for a very long period of time. I like it. I'm not saying I don't like it, but it's like, okay, if Christmas is on the 25th, then maybe I'll start listening to it on the 24th, or something. But
Kurt.
I know. Well,
It's just happy. Like, why wouldn't you want to engage in something that's positive and makes you happy? You know what I mean? There's just so much negative in the world. I love the positivity of it,
oh no, and I get that. I do. But what my problem is here comes Santa Claus. I've been hearing that since I was like 2 years old, and yeah, it's fun, it's cool, it's great, but a day before Christmas, this is kind of how I am,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I take my clients out, and we sing loud and proud in the car.
Good for you. And the same thing.
Except the Christmas shoes. Fast forward through that one.
The Christmas shoes. I don't know that I know that one.
I can't do it. That makes me cry every time.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You don't like?
No.
Yeah.
I like Christmas music if it's by the artists that I like to listen to. Like, there's a lot of alternative rock bands that have redone Christmas songs.
Mm-hmm.
I like those. But I'm with Kurt. I'm not very much into traditional Christmas music.
I love it all.
Over and over again for 2 months. No way. Mike's had it on his car radio since whenever they started the Jolly station.
Yay, Mike.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, just kind of throw a little thing in the Powell family is how we are around Christmas is, I did talk. I know this is amazing. And people that know my wife would know how amazing this is, but I was able to talk her into going Christmas shopping with me over the weekend.
What?
Yes, I had to make her feel guilty, but it worked. Well, the very first place we stopped and bought, guess what it was?
Don't know.
I'm going to go with Starbucks because everybody should stop at Starbucks on a shopping trip.
I agree with you, but we didn't.
That did not buy coffee from a Starbucks or anywhere else.
Yeah, exactly. No, we stopped by Home Depot and we bought a blown up Grinch for the front yard.
Oh.
Because you know how Beth is with her.
She saw that in the ad.
Yeah.
Talking about that on Thanksgiving.
Yep. She bought it. She got it. She got her Grinch. And then we ended up going to the mall. Well, Kira wanted to go and we ended up going with the mall, Kira, and she was, doing her thing. We were following her around and we went to the store and there was a Grinch sweatshirt. And I'm like, Beth, I said, you should get a Grinch sweatshirt. She looked at me, she goes, I already bought one. Oh, so she loves the Grinch, and
Jeannie, did you go Black Friday shopping?
So typically in the past, we typically order everything online, like literally, and we even order it wrapped already. So then we're like surprised as the kids are. But this year, I worked on Black Friday, and then we did go shopping afterwards, and I made Mike be my chauffeur, which he was super excited about. And didn't find any deals, but we did get a little shopping done in the evening.
Okay. Well, I went with Josie, and we had so much fun. I have not laughed that much in a long time. It was a blast.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, all right, let's move on to the next question. Ready?
Yes.
Ready.
If you could vacation anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Am I first again?
Sure.
Always.
What were you saying, Kurt?
Always, you're always first.
Okay. Any place in the world, I'm gonna go with Ireland just because I've never been there.
Nice. Kurt?
I second that. Actually, I was going to say that, that or just go on a cruise. I really love that cruise we went on. So, I mean, but Ireland and Iceland and Greenland and, you know,
All the
just
lands.
all the lands. Yeah.
I've never been on a cruise ever, but
Me
and
neither.
the reason I pick Ireland is they speak English there, I think. So
Yeah.
that's a win-win. But all right, Rachel.
So I don't really want to go far because I don't like to ride in planes that long. So I would like to take a cruise to Alaska. That is something I would love to do. And I'd also like to go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Never been there either. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you guys have passports? I think I know Kurt has one, but
No.
see, I don't either.
Very simple. Beth just got one when we went on a cruise. She really did not need it, but the cruise told her, "Oh, you know, you don't need it." But we stopped by, I can't remember what island we stopped by. I'm going to say Fort Thomas. And they would not let us on the boat unless we had a passport.
Oh.
Yeah, so I looked at Beth and I'm like, "Aren't you glad you got one?" She goes, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And you should see all the people they put in a corner. They go, "You don't have one, stand over here. You don't have one, stand over here." And we just showed our passports and we were able to walk on. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't
All
know
right.
about traveling out of the country, so that's why I don't have one. I have a innate fear of traveling outside of the US. So
Yeah, I have no desire.
me either.
And no offense to outside the US. I just don't want to go.
Oh, I understand.
Okay, so the next one, something you remember doing when you were younger that is not done nowadays. I hope that makes sense, is what I wrote. But I got one if you want me to start.
Please.
So at my grandma's house, she had a pool. Okay. So all my cousins, which there was like 25 cousins or something, we'd all go over there, we'd swim, we'd go in the house. My grandma would make us graham crackers and milk. We'd dip our graham crackers in milk and whatever. And one thing that we did that people would be like, "Oh my God, I would never do that." My grandma had a well. So we would fill a big bucket up with well water, and it would sit right inside her door with a ladle. And if you wanted to drink a water, you would dip the ladle and take a drink and put the ladle back in the water, and the next person would do the same thing.
Very cool. Yep.
Yep, you would not do that nowadays.
No. People would die. They'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, I'm going to get something. I'm going to get COVID or whatever." Like they would not. But we'd all drink out of the same ladle in the same bucket. All 25 of us. We're all fine.
Very cool.
Can you think of anything that you used to do when you were younger that is not done nowadays?
Jane.
The only thing that comes to mind is it's like listening to music. You don't have the 8 tracks anymore.
Oh, that's true.
So that's really what comes to mind is the big stereo that my parents used to have that was like a giant piece of furniture, and it had played records, and then you could put your 8-track in there. And even the van that we had growing up had the big 8-track. Like you would carry this ginormous 8-track and put it in the car to listen to your music. And obviously we don't do that anymore. We have the
No.
tiniest devices in the world that we listen to our music on. So that's really the only thing that comes to mind.
Kurt?
Well, mine was, I'm going way back. I'm going to kind of show my age now, but I remember as a kid staying up to 11 o'clock at night because I really enjoyed watching television, and they sang the Star Spangled Banner, showed a flag, and then all of a sudden you got white noise. You guys remember that?
No.
Yes, the poltergeist noise. The TV would go off.
The TV off. So after 11 p.m., they just turn off the TV.
I never
There's no-
stayed up that late. My mom, we had to go to bed by a certain time.
Yeah, and then mom and dad decided to get a cable box, and it was a little box. You know, we were cool because we had a cable box. It only had like 3 stations on it, but we were cool. And you know, you can just get whatever package you want. But you know, we found out that my older brother figured it out, and if you unplug it and plug it back in, then an adult station would come on for like 5 minutes and it'll go off. Now, when I say adult station, I want to make it clear, you know, as a young kid, an adult station was like an everyday movie now.
Right.
It wasn't nothing nasty or dirty or anything like that. But like I remember Porky's, the movie Porky's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When that first came out, you know, that was one of the movies that you unplug it and plug it back in. So me being the youngest, I always had to sit behind the TV while my other 2 boys would be watching these movies. And when they tell me to unplug it, I would unplug it, plug it back in, and that was my job. So I never got to watch the movies. They did, but I was the
That's
Behind the
You were
hilarious.
yeah,
you were the plugger inner.
plugger in it.
Unplugger.
Yeah, it's like I'm the youngest one and I shouldn't be watching them kind of movies, but you can sit back there and hang out with us and unplug it for us. Okay, I'll do that, you know, kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Talk about that. It makes me think of not the TV, but we used to have a saying in our family of siblings, and it was MPIS. And so when you would get up to go to the kitchen, you would say MPIS, which means my place is saved. As my brother and his brother got a little bit older, they decided they would change it to my penis is small. So you'd be like, MPIS. And they'd be like, oh, and it was like so
That's
funny.
funny.
He would laugh. Ha ha ha. Anyway, made me think of.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. It is funny.
So, Kurt, you said on the next one, I got one. Who's the best male 3 to Agree cast member that is on every week? That can't be you because we're not on every week. So I don't know who you're talking about. But Kurt or
Wait.
Adam guessed Kurt, and you clapped like that was correct.
Rachel, why do you have to point that?
I'm just saying. Okay. So then Scott asked, how about sports? Everyone likes sports. For example, disc golf is my favorite. Why do I like disc golf? Who is my favorite player and my favorite course? You can make a great many questions on this topic. So what is your favorite sport? I know what Kurt's is.
Yeah, Jeannie.
I am not a sports person, so I do like hockey players, so we're gonna go with hockey.
Nice.
Okay.
Very cool. Very cool. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Well, that would also have to be disc golf too.
Yeah. Figured.
I love
It
my
really
disc golf.
actually depends on like what you're asking. Like in person, my favorite sport to watch is basketball. Specifically if my child's on the team. I love
Oh, sure.
watching volleyball because my child's on the team. Not anymore, but I still actually like volleyball. I could watch it on TV and be perfectly happy. But if it's
Yeah.
something that I play, hopefully dance counts as a sport because that's what I do.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Except not on no, not that kind of dance. Oh God, here we go. No. I just like to dance.
All right,
And
go
I've
ahead.
danced my whole life. I mean, I danced when I was younger. I took ballet, I took jazz, and then I got into show choir.
Yeah.
And after I graduated, I went on and I did line dancing, and I actually taught it for a while.
Oh, yeah. Who's
I'll
who
do
was that
whatever.
other teacher you had? You had another teacher too that helped you with line dancing. Who was that?
Don't know. Dana?
Might have been.
There was a lot. I had a lot of line dancing friends.
Mm.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Line dancing.
Good
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to my phone. So these are just random questions of people. Like, I am at a lot of places with like my clients, and they get to know people, and then we all, I get to know these people as well. So I know a lot of people from everywhere. I do community rehab, so I'm out in the community a lot. So one of the questions was, do you parent like your parents? Jeannie?
Absolutely, 100% no.
No.
No, my parents were absent and very much do what I say with no discussion. No, so no, I do not parent like them at all.
Okay. Kurt?
No.
No. Okay. You don't have
No.
to elaborate. I'm just
No. I will. I'm not saying that my mom and dad did a bad job. They did not do a bad job. I just think the times has changed, and I think that there's times that I was pretty strict, and times that I'm, was not. And there's things that I let my kids get by with that I never would ever be able to get by with. But I think it has a lot to do with just change.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say the same thing pretty much. Like, some things I definitely parent like my parents, but some things I don't.
I guess with the times that have changed, like my parents were very much into spankings,
Yeah,
and
mine too.
you don't. I'm not saying people don't do that anymore, but most people don't do that anymore. So I mean, the cardinal rule was, when my dad worked nights, was, do you want me to go wake your dad up? Because that meant we got whipped with the belt if my mom had to go wake my dad up to do something.
Right.
So
And I think those were the times, because I mean, it was pretty much the same at my house. I mean, I don't remember getting in trouble a lot. I don't think any of us really got in trouble that much, but it was always, "Oh, wait till your dad comes home. Wait till your dad comes home." You didn't want to deal with him. But my mom was a stay-at-home mom too, and I kind of was a stay-at-home mom, but I always had these little side jobs because it was hard to make it on one income. So it's a little bit different when you have a stay-at-home parent. You know what I mean? 24/7. She's always there and always available and always, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nowadays, that's very hard to come by as a stay-at-home parent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
But a lot of things I did bring, like, I don't know. I tried to teach my kids, like, you be nice to everybody type thing. And that's how my mom and dad always raised us.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of differences and a lot of the same. So I don't know.
That's right.
All right, next. And this one is asked because of me. But if somebody calls you, Jeannie, if somebody calls you ma'am, does that bother you?
It does not, because down here in the South, that's very common.
Yeah.
So I think probably what trips me up more now is the different pronouns that people are preferring over being called sir and ma'am, because it is very correct down here to say thank you, sir, thank you, ma'am. And now people are getting offended when you say that, because they would prefer to be a her or a him or a pronoun versus a ma'am or a sir. So I think that's a little different, but no, it doesn't bother me.
Does it bother you if they call you sir, Kurt?
No, not at all. I think
I
it's
think it's
very,
different for men. Sir's kind of normal.
yeah. I mean, this last couple years, I mean, I've been called old.
What?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the young guys at work, oh, well, that's how you guys did it back in the day, or that's an old way of doing. That's old way of thinking. That kind of stuff, and I hear a lot of that from the younger generation, and be quite honest with you, I want to take them and put them over my knee and spank them, but you can't do that anymore.
No.
You can't do that anymore. But yeah. So it's I've been getting a lot of that, and it doesn't bug me that I'm called old. I'm proud of being older. I earned being older, just like any other older person out there earns to carry that title. So it doesn't bug me. But yeah.
Rachel, does it bother you?
Yes, it bothers me a lot. And I think it just makes me feel old when somebody says, here you go, ma'am. It's like my grandma is ma'am. You know what I mean? My mom is ma'am, but I don't know. It makes me feel old. If someone calls me hun, though, I like that. Or miss. I've been called that. But ma'am?
Now, all of my daughter's friends, when they come over, it is yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. So it's just very common.
That's polite. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, that's very, very polite.
It is. We had a little boy when I worked at the school. I was teaching second grade, assistant teacher, second grade. And this little boy moved here from somewhere, and he had like that Southern accent. And his was ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Mhm.
And he could literally say that to me all day long, and it was fine. I don't know why. But if I'm somewhere and someone says, excuse me, ma'am, I'm like, no, don't say that. I don't know why it bothers me. It just does.
Yeah.
All right. Next question is sunset or sunrises?
I'll go with sunrises because I get to watch the sunrise over the beach. I don't get to see the sunset on the beach here, but I do get to see the sunrise over the ocean.
Nice.
For me, I think it's depending on with who, if that makes sense, or what that's hard to explain, but with who. But I do like to watch the sun come up with a nice warm cup of coffee. That's nice. But I do like the sun going down too. So I guess I don't have a favor.
I would say sunrises, just because I am definitely more of a morning person. But the skies here in Indiana lately with the sunsets have been freaking amazing.
Okay. I'm texting you guys right now a picture that I took yesterday of the sky. You want to see something amazing? I'll put it on Facebook
Is this
too.
the moon?
No.
Oh, because the moon apparently had a ring around it. Everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, I just sent it to you. Look at that sky.
Wow. Where's that at?
That's coming up Route 1 from Brookville into St. Leon.
You should put that on our Facebook page.
Did Jeannie checked her photos? I think she logged herself out.
Oh, shoot.
Sorry, Jeannie.
She'll be back.
She'll come back on, yeah. But yeah, so that was a very pretty picture. Yeah, I'll put that on the page because I want.
Some of them are like pinks and these purples and all these beautiful colors. Are just amazing to me.
Yeah, sorry, Jeannie. I know you checked it and you logged yourself out.
It still says that I'm here. That's the funny thing is I don't know that I'm gone until you're like, oh, she's gone, because everything still looks the same on my phone. So appreciate that.
All right. Sorry, go ahead.
No, did you see the picture, Jeannie? Or
I did. That looks amazing.
Nice, isn't it? Nice picture.
And what time of the day was that?
Well, that was probably about noon, 1 o'clock. Somewhere. Yeah.
All right. So this next question, have you ever met anybody famous? And if so, who? You've probably all
Oh.
met a lot of people famous.
Do you want me to go?
Sure, just go ahead.
Jennifer Coolidge, which was Stifler's mom from
Oh,
the
I love
American Pie
her.
movies. Yes.
Yes.
She was at the makeup counter when I was in California visiting my sister one time and was talking to me. So I was just like totally starstruck by it. She probably has no recollection at all. But so that is probably, I think that is the only famous person I've ever met.
Wow, that's a cool one though. I like her. Kurt?
Yeah, I met all kind of people, but
Oh, you did.
yeah, I used to work for Local 5 out of Cincinnati. It's a sound production company, and so I had an opportunity to work with a lot of people coming in, that came into town. So there's a lot of them.
You
But
want to name a few?
Britney Spears, Clint Black, Reba McEntire, Metallica, Kid Rock, Korn. Gosh, I could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But
So a lot.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah. Jeannie. She's another one.
What?
I'm like, who's that?
I thought you were going to
Another Jeannie?
elaborate. You're like,
I'm like,
Genie in a
Another
bottle.
I was
Yeah.
actually waiting for like the Kevin Bacon, and I
Oh.
met Kevin Bacon. So you're like 5 degrees of bacon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's what I
Yeah.
was waiting for.
Hey, who real quick, just off topic here, but who was the you took me to a concert when I was in South Carolina.
Yes.
Who was that again?
I'll have to think. I can think of all their songs right now, but I can't think of the name of the band.
Friends or
No,
parts of an
It's-
F?
I'll think of it in a minute once we keep going on and on.
That was a good concert though. I had a good time. That was fun.
They're a very good band. Yes.
Yes. That was fun. So how about you, Rachel?
I've only met one famous person, and I can't even remember his real name, but on the soap opera, his name was Lucas. He was actually at Tri-County Mall, I think, or something, and he was doing like a book signing or a meet and greet. And I went with a bunch from my friends. That was it.
Very cool. Very
What
cool.
soap opera was he on?
I forget. It might have been Days of Our Lives. I think it was. I think it was Lucas from Days of Our Lives. I'll have to look it up. I can
Very,
tell
very-
you what he looks like and everything. I just don't remember his real name, which is really sad. Okay, the next question is, what is your favorite food?
Pizza.
Kurt,
I have to say pizza too.
really? I would say I don't eat a lot of it, but it's probably my favorite food would be fettuccine Alfredo.
I was going to say Italian for you, so I was close.
Love it.
Yeah.
Next question. In-store or online shopping?
Oh, mine is definitely online because instant gratification, and then it's like here the next day, depending on where you're ordering it from. And I don't have to physically go into the store and people.
Same here. Online all the way.
Online all the way. I'm
Yeah.
half and half. Some things I like to buy online, like Amazon is my favorite. And then other times it's like I would rather just go into the store and get it myself so I can actually see it. Just depends on what I'm buying, I guess. But I hate people as well, and I want to throat punch a lot of people in the store, so that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I know you both like coffee, right?
Oh, yes.
I drink
Okay.
tea, not coffee, but yes.
Okay. Iced or hot?
Mine is both. I like iced tea and then I like hot tea as well.
Mine is both too. But if I have to pick one or the other, it'll be iced.
Yeah, same. Iced coffee or
But we do.
frozen coffee.
Oh,
That's
yeah. But we do have a very unhealthy addiction to Starbucks, and it is a family thing. So
What do you get from Starbucks?
I get chai tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either hot or cold. But yeah, it's not like I need to get a third job for the Starbucks addiction.
It is. I love Starbucks.
It's unreal. It is just, and the whole family is now on board. So I've converted the entire family.
Well,
Well,
Josie likes Dunkin', and I
Yeah.
like Starbucks. So when we went shopping the other day, I had to go through both places so we could each get our coffee.
See, I do Dunkin' over Starbucks, but I do Starbucks as well.
Dunkin' is so much sweeter than Starbucks, and if you look at their nutritional value, you can like the carbs and everything are like double.
Yeah. Now I know, Rachel, you're going to totally disagree with me on this, but there's actually a coffee place I like better than both of them.
What is it? Don't say Scooters.
Yeah, Scooters. I really like Scooters coffee. Really like Scooters coffees.
I do not.
Where is
Well, I
Scooters
only had
Coffee
it
at?
once.
One came to Batesville.
Oh,
I opened it in Batesville, and I never see anybody there hardly at all.
And I agree. Every time I go, there's no one there.
At first there was, and now it's just not.
Yeah.
Kurt, the answer to your off-topic question is fits in the tantrums.
That's what it was. Yes. Thank you.
You're right.
Thank
Started
you.
with an F.
Yeah. Like that. But that was a great concert. I enjoyed it.
Okay, so now we are on to, are you a morning person or a night person?
I am a morning person. Rachel, when you said earlier that you're much better in the morning, I am much more of a morning person.
Well, I know.
I'm in
I
my
knew
PJs
that.
at 6:30.
Yes, same. When we have our little girl trips, you and I are usually like one of the first ones up.
Yeah.
Kurt?
Morning, all the way.
Okay.
Yes. I'm yawning right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, there's only 3 more questions. This is where I told you that Josie had a funny question.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really a funny question. Her answer, because she answered it too, is funny. She wants to know if you have a funny story from Thanksgiving. Did
I don't
anything
have
memorable
I don't have a
happen?
funny story from Thanksgiving. This was my first Thanksgiving cooking a meal, and it was just us 4. So it was peaceful and quiet. The house did not burn down, and nobody got food poisoning. So success.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's all.
Kurt, anything funny happen at Thanksgiving?
That I could recall. No, I'm sure there was, but I just can't remember. That was 3-4 days ago.
Well, as I recall, when we were sitting around after we ate and we're just all sitting there talking and laughing and chatting, Beth called you ugly.
What?
Hey, she did. You're right.
Indicated that.
Oh, that was so
Yeah.
freaking funny. I was crying.
Well, as people know, Beth and I really love each other.
And honestly, I forget how it even came up or what we were talking about. Do you remember?
I have no idea, but it caught me off guard. And then she started backpedaling, like, well, I married you, didn't I? Or something like that. She started, like, okay, well, you can still marry ugly people, I guess.
It's hilarious. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay.
Yeah, that was funny.
Okay.
It's true love. It's true love.
True love. That's right.
Well, I think we were talking about like if someone says, is that person cute? And they say, oh, they got a good personality.
Yeah.
And then Beth said, "Oh, Kurt has a good personality."
And
or
I'm like,
something. I don't know. But it was funny. And then I think Kira or somebody was like, "Oh my God, you're saying he's ugly?" She just sat there. Well, no. I was cracking up.
oh,
Okay. The next question. Only 2 left. Do you have what's your most embarrassing moment? Or an embarrassing moment? Kurt, you have a
Oh,
lot, so you need to narrow it down.
let's see. My most embarrassing moment, I was in maybe 5th or 6th grade, and I went to the School for Creative and Performing Arts in Cincinnati,
Mhm.
and I was in dance class, and we were doing these strides across the dance floor, and it was a double ballet bar, and I somehow tripped over my own foot and ended up with my head in between the 2 ballet bars, but like I caught myself, so I didn't hurt anything, and then I let go and I hit my chin on that bottom bar, and
Oh.
I was too like embarrassed to cry, but I had the biggest knot on my chin for like weeks after that, weeks. So it was like I was the laughing stock of the dance class, and I had this big, ginormous, like round, red Rudolph the Rudolph the Red Chin, I guess, dancer. I don't know. And that stuck with me all these years because that was a long time ago.
And you still think about it.
I do.
How
I
embarrassing
do.
that was. I'm just kidding. Kurt?
well, you're right. I do have a lot of them. But since you brought a school related topic up, I guess I can bring one up as well. Football. We are taking showers after practice one day. Someone stole all my and well, Rachel, someone stole.
We're
Someone
taking
stole.
showers and you were embarrassed. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Don't tell
He's got
us
a good
why.
personality, though. He's got a great personality.
a great personality. It was a little ugly, but no, it's good.
Funny.
No, but someone stole my clothes.
What?
Yeah, they took my clothes. So what did I do? Oh, they took the towels too. There was no towels.
You weren't the only one they did that to, right?
Yeah, there's a few of us, but it was the younger classmates that did it. Was playing a trick on the upper classmates. But so what would you do in that situation? Let me just ask you before I tell you what I did.
I would shower at home. I would never shower with other people. I would not do it.
Okay, Rachel, you are in the shower with no clothes on, dripping wet, and you just realized someone stole your clothes. What would you do?
I don't know.
Okay.
Grab
Well,
anything to cover your body.
oh no. I just took off walking right outside the locker room and I walked through the gym yelling at the top of my lungs, who took my clothes?
Did you have your
pretty
junk
sure
covered?
there's
Do what?
Did you cover your junk?
No, I was completely naked.
I know you were naked, but you could cover it with your hand.
Oh, what? Why? I mean, I was a kid, and oh, never mind. I ain't going to go into details, but and then Mr. Wise came up and took his shirt off and covered me up with his shirt. And when I turned around, not only was there cheerleaders out there, but there was parents out there picking up their kids. And
What grade was this?
I think I was 7th, 8th.
So middle
Eighth.
school.
It was 8th grade, yeah. And I thought I was going to get expelled from school, but when Mr. Wise took me back into the locker room, and I was like, well, what was I supposed to do? I had no clothes. I had to come find my clothes. Everybody was gone, and then he walks back in the shower. There's the rest of them like cuddled up in the corner, and and so I didn't get in trouble, surprisingly enough. And but yeah, so I'll bring that up. Any other one?
If that happened nowadays, it would be all over social media.
It would be. It would be. And of course the farting in the elevator. I don't know what it is, but every time an elevator door shuts, I have to fart. And then when the door opens up and someone gets in, then I'm like, oh my God, really? I don't know what it is. And of course they're professional, they know what happened. Obviously the whole hotel knows what happens, but it's like, it's a very awkward next couple floors,
Wow.
but
I'm going to see somebody about that. I mean, that sounds like a condition.
Yeah, I agree. 3 to agree.
3 to agree. But anyway, there's mine.
All right.
All
So
right, Rachel, what's yours?
mine is going to be in high school when we went on that charter bus to Disney with the school. Kurt,
I remember.
did you go, Jeannie?
I did not. No.
Okay. So, yeah, the show choir, the band, I don't know, a bunch of people went. So we get to our first, we go for a really long time and then we stop somewhere, I guess, to get gas or whatever. I felt so sick and I needed to get off that bus. So as soon as that bus stopped, I took off out the bus and I just started throwing up. Because yes, people, I get car sick.
Yep.
Yes. And everybody is staring at me outside the windows. It was very embarrassing.
Yeah.
I also threw up in church once. That was embarrassing too. Probably more embarrassing for my mother.
Yeah. It happens, but you do get car sick. You still get car sick.
I don't get as car sick since I had kids. I don't get as car sick. Sometimes I feel like it's just in my mind that I'm going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't I used to throw up on planes too. I couldn't take a plane ride without throwing up, and now I can. I don't get sick now.
Yeah.
It's like something changed after I had kids. Things got better. I don't know. Maybe it's hormones. I have no idea. But yeah, I don't always feel good. I'm fine if I'm in the front seat. In the back seat's where I don't feel good. And I think it's more like claustrophobic and moving, because if I'm if I'm on a boat, I'm fine because I have all the room in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm in first class on a plane, I never got sick in first class ever because I think I have more room. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Last question. This is going to be short and sweet. How and where did you meet your significant other?
I met my significant other online on MySpace. You guys
What?
remember MySpace?
MySpace?
Heck yeah.
Yes. I think I had gotten stood up. I was supposed to go on a blind date and I had gotten stood up and he had reached out to me and I reached back out to him and we went out on a date and pretty much have been together 17 years.
That's awesome.
Wow, you're lucky he wasn't a killer.
Well, I know. And I mean, I did a lot of online dating at that time, so I am shocked I am not chopped up in somebody's freezer, but I'm not.
Well, we're glad. Kurt?
Beth and I met in prison.
Mm.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. So Beth and I met in school. She at East Central. We both were pretty young and we started dating and here we are today. We were high school sweethearts. And apparently she thought I was ugly back then.
Great personality. Let's put the spin on it. Great personality.
Now when I just want to make this clear, when Beth said that, we kind of set her up. She didn't mean it.
It was all pretty much a joke.
It was all pretty much a joke.
The way she said it.
Yeah.
What it came across as, but she didn't mean it like that. It was funny.
Yeah. It was funny.
So I met Adam in a bar. Yeah, I did.
Line dancing bar.
Yeah, but he wasn't line dancing. Well, actually, it was 3 bars. So there was a line dancing country bar, and then there was like a hip hop bar, and then there was another bar. I don't know. There was like a trio of bars. And I went up and I bought myself an alcoholic beverage, and I paid with a credit card. And he walked up and he says, "Why are you paying with a credit card?" And I said, "Because I'm thirsty." And he says, "Here, I got you." And he paid for my drink. And then the rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, well, he's right though. Why was you using a credit card?
I don't know. It's normal nowadays, but I guess back then it wasn't.
I appreciate you, ladies. Thank you so much for being on, and for all the listeners out there. Feel free to reach out to us anytime on Facebook, Instagram. Here shortly, we'll be on Snapchat and other YouTube. We're on YouTube now, but any platform that we have out there, feel free to reach out to us. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, we do have an email. It's 3toagree@gmail.com. Please send us an email. We'll love to hear from you. If you have any questions, anything you want us to talk about, we would love to hear from you. And like always, we like to post things on Facebook. We like to hear your guys' feedback, because that's what we energize ourselves for the next podcast. So we like to read them comments. So don't be shy and please comment. But that's it, ladies. Thank you so much for being on. I appreciate it. And until next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.